G'day everyone. Sorry if the audio shit. Had to use a different microphone today. Um, just a really quick one. Here we go. Uh, we're in a tricky spot still. Obviously, that was a fake out, or an attempted breakout, let's call it. It did fail. This is on total versus stables. Failed. Tried to actually get up through the bull market support line again. Failed. Tried again, a wick rejection failure, and failed hard. Now we're back below this horizontal line, which was a fairly strong resistance line previously. And obviously we've got the 50 EMA back above us on the 1 hour, so it's going to be a grind. I think, especially with the markets coming down today, which they're not down huge, but I think they might have been down a bit bigger through the day. It's going to be a struggle. Like this is a really key line for Bitcoin to get back over. Yesterday's day did trigger a lot of sort of upside swings in momentum and stuff up to even a few days, like 2-day momentum. I think swung to the upside. That is positive, but there is so much resistance here. This white line here has been the resistance from all the tops in the market since the all-time high, basically. So at the moment, we've just come back into the middle of this bear flag, which isn't great. Like, if we break below this trend line here again, you know, that's going to look pretty nasty. So this is the one I'm watching for key breaks. Get back above all this nonsense in here. And then yes, we've got another bull run coming. If we don't, and if we break below there, then that's pretty well bear market confirmed. And it's actually probably going to translate to something pretty nasty on the regular markets as well. So something to be careful of. Yes, we've seen some big, not decent dark pools, but not necessarily enough to really, I guess, push this to new highs. That's about all I got for you at the moment. Pretty well everything's rejecting key horizontal levels at the moment. The fact that this has come back down, like Sol coming back down below this trend line, and so far with 5 minutes left, it has rejected that trend line as well. Because that was a good break, retest, move up, and then just failure. And that seems to be that total versus stable coins trend line is just too strong for it at the moment. We could, like, the best case scenario is we kind of trudge sideways, maybe a bit further down, maybe take the previous low on Bitcoin even. So I'll move down from here. Let's have a look. What would you call that? Oh man, this depends where you take it from, but let's take it from there. I think that's a really critical one. But essentially that could actually see us back down below 70. Probably into this volume node here at about 67.5. That's, if we break down, that it's potentially going to be the next stop to the downside. Especially if markets are doing the same. Will it stop there? Probably not. We'll probably get some consolidation around this area, potentially into the point of control down here. But it should also have a little bounce around the bottom of this channel here. This is if we break this to the downside. If we break to the upside, and it could just be we need an extra little bit of time to actually consolidate here and just properly flag this and accumulate, which a move to the downside and a sweep of these lows would still be part of that. But yeah, breaking the mid-band of this channel, breaking the bottom of this the bear flag, it should lead to further downside, at least to here, maybe even this far. Alright. Otherwise, break to the upside, and you know, these areas up here coming back into play, 96, 93. I don't think it's just going to stop here. We're going to find some resistance at this level, the 90 and a half. But I don't think that'll actually stop it. Alright. Let's have a look. Daily momentum is to the upside still. 2-day momentum still to the upside. 5-day still to the downside, but you know, it's a 5-day indicator. It can take a while. Okay, and this still is very much in play as well, this type of scenario. The laugh line there. We've gone a bit higher, we've turned it into a flag instead of a wedge, but we could actually still do this again. So come back down into this area, 82.2, and then move back up. And what happens there will be very interesting, if that's where we go. Okay, that'll do for today.